Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're taking Halloween Shanks into the useful Chaos Coliseums, and we're just doing a little bit of showcase with my boy Shanks as captain in this video today. Now, I did sort of ramble on about it in these videos, but the big upside to Shanks being a captain is he's a 3.75 rainbow captain compared to, say, Halloween Law and Mihawk, which are just devoted to int. Now, obviously, Shanks is a 5 times int captain as well, which is very, very good, and you do want to try and fit 4 int units onto the crew, as that way you can get the most out of his special. But the downside to this unit is his special itself. It is a very good special, 2 times color affinity to cerebral and slashes. You just don't need 2 of them. Like, that's the big downside. Law being a 2 times 2.25 ore boost, 2.5 on the next turn. Very, very good. Mihawk, the same. Attack for 1 turn, 2.5 on the next. Very, very strong if you're running 2 of them. They both have utility in their captain ability, where Shanks' utility is healing. Now, healing's not bad. Not by any means. But, again, you just don't need both of them to survive. With pinch healing around nowadays, bringing healing units, that's the way you really want to get around it. But in saying that, I have had a lot of fun with this unit. He is very, very strong. And the fact that you can hybrid him up with characters like Roger, V4 Law, you can even hybrid him up with Mihawk, Shanks crew, Odin. The list goes on and on and on. As long as you've got like a cerebral or a slasher like friend, and you're building around that cerebral slasher sort of core, it is very, very good. Now, his super typing is actually very underrated. Setting defense to 0 is very, very strong, and block orb manipulation is excellent. And you'll see that in the final clip against Sangoro, as that was very, very handy on the Luffy stage. In saying that, I don't think he's the best legend in the game. He doesn't even come close to what Roger can do. Would I say he's better than Mihawk and Law? On an int team, as a leader, definitely not. But as an all-round unit, I do feel this unit is going to see a lot more play than those two, besides obviously running your sort of monthly GARBs challenges and whatnot. But that's enough about the unit. That's enough about me rambling on. Let's hop in and let's take on some Coliseums. Alright, so we're going to take our boy Shanks into the final round against Page-1. Now, we are running a mono-int team, as Law was kind of built for this particular piece of content. His end of turn damage just claps. He has the no death mechanic. But I wanted to try and bring the 3 Halloween super types on the same team and just absolutely destroy Page-1. I think we're gonna do a bit of a round robin on the Coliseums with Shanks. Just sort of take him through the Coliseums that are floating around at the moment, and get him done using our boy Halloween Shanks. Oh my god, can we kill this turtle, please? Problem with Law is just, it's so hard to stall. Like, it's ridiculously hard to stall on these stages, as he just kills everything. Obviously, with this particular piece of content, though, we do get our cooldowns for our boosted units, which are the Boa, the Mihawk, the Buggy, and the Law. Mihawk's triggering the super typings for both Law and Shanks as well, which is super, super handy. 1 unit to trigger 2 super typings is always a good time. Alright, so now here we are against X-Drake. X-Drake's going to turn into a Psi unit, and he despairs our captains. But obviously, we're using a Law friend. We don't have to worry about that. So I think we can actually just blast our way through Page-1 here. He doesn't do too much. I think he does something on the 3rd turn, but like, it's not really going to affect us too much, as he's going to attack us and basically just die. As Law's just going to throw 100 times the damage dealt back at him, which is just going to clap. Boom. On the next turn, we come up against Sobermask and a bunch of his lackeys. Sobermask actually does a preemptive, where he is going to get 5 turns of defense up. He's going to special bind our entire crew and give us block orbs, and that's where Buggy is just an absolute god. Buggy's going to basically just change all of that. Removes literally all of it, so that way we can just take out Sobermask on that 1st turn. He's going to attack us as for around 9k, but because with Law we can just throw that damage back. Oh, we actually didn't kill him. Oh, that sucks. Wow, okay. Well then. That's a little bit annoying. So now we're actually just going to have to stall a turn here, as he does put up the no damage debuff. Now, if you just kill him there, probably should have used a special, actually. What special, though? Receive damage up doesn't matter, as we aren't going to actually take another shot, so it is what it is. When someone else dies, he actually comes back, but he does like a 50% HP cut. The 50% HP cut is literally just going to kill him with Law's end of turn damage. On the final stage against Page-1, he turns into a Psi unit, which is very, very good for us, as we are running a full Int team. He has the Resilience buff. He gives us 5 turns of attack down. He has 5 turns of Threshold. He's just got a lot of annoying debuffs, to be honest. So this is where the special of Boa is very, very strong. Oh, did we not bring anyone to remove attack down? I don't have anyone to remove attack down. That sucks. So Yasop, you need to go. Alright, well, let's just see how far we get, right? See how strong that attack down is. We're going to get a 2x color affinity with Shanks. We get a chain buff with Shanks. We got a full border matching orbs. And with that... Fortunately, so we need to use someone here to remove the attack down. Not that it really matters, though. Well, not with this team, anyway. Not with this team, anyway. See ya. There you go. Coliseum Page-1. Shanks and Law just absolutely clapping stuff. Obviously, just remove Yasop and bring someone maybe like, I don't know, Colliseum, Neptune to remove the attack down, or bring someone else to remove that attack down, but, I mean, it is what it is. So moving into the next Coliseum now, we are taking on Coliseum versus Magellan, and we're rocking a hybrid Shanks and his captain, Gol Di Roger, with Odin as a sub here. So we're rocking pretty much like a full slasher team, or it's a slasher cerebral team, I guess, sort of thing. But the beautiful thing about Shanks is you don't have to bring a mono int team for his captain ability to be like truly effective. Now, obviously, he is better at boosting int units, definitely better than boosting int units. And to get the most out of his captain, his special effect, you do want to have 4 int units on the team, as we do here. But the best thing about him compared to the other int super typings is you can hybrid him up with another color super typing. So for this instance, we are bringing Roger, just because Roger is just... Honestly, Roger can carry so many units through so much content, man. Like, it's actually stupid. Plus, we can run the combo of Odin and Roger, get that sort of extra attack buff. Sorry, the extra orb buff, carrying that into the next stage. We can use Roger's amazing captain ability to sort of wipe buffs. Debuffs. Well, to wipe the wipe of buffs, if that makes sense. We do have Mihawk on this team as well. He's another attack booster for our int units. I think there is damage reduction. The chats let me know there is damage reduction at the end, as well as no damage from quick units. So I decided not to bring any quick units on this team. We are sort of showcasing Shanks versus the Coliseum in this particular video today. So we will sort of focus on mainly int teams, but we may sort of chop and change with different super typings as well. Might give like Odin a go as like a hybrid team as well. But the idea with Shanks is you sort of want to team up with another cerebral or slasher captain. That way that unit can also get the best out of the color affinity that Shanks can provide. On stage 3, we come up against Blackbeard. Blackbeard is an int unit, and he is going to reverse our specials by 3 turns. Yasop can reroll that forward for us, but I don't think he does anything else here. Off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure this Blackbeard only does a special reroll. So with that, I think we're just going to kill him. What do you reckon? Yeah, I reckon we'll just kill him. Probably a good idea. This team does a lot of damage. Like, it's just this... There's so much damage coming from Shanks, especially if you hit a perfect on the turn before that. The next turn we come up against Shiryu. Shiryu is going to do a 50% HP cut and reduce our healing. So, what we can actually do on this particular stage here, he's on a 2-turn cooldown. And he's not immune to defense down. So, I think what we might do here, we might use the super typing of special and the super typing of Shanks. Then, what we might do here is as well, you know what? Let's just go all out on Shiryu here. Like, let's just go absolutely AWOL. I probably should have done that first. Yeah, I definitely should have done that first. That way we could have guaranteed ourselves 1 orbs, but, I mean, we're here now. Catch you, Shiryu. Oh, no, you have a revive mechanic? Don't have a revive mechanic? Okay, so when Shiryu dies, he re-rolls your crewmate's specials back by 4 turns. Okay, so bringing Yas up here was definitely a good idea. Shout out to the chat who mentioned that. So Magellan puts up 4 turns of no quick damage. He poisons us as well, which is very frustrating. And then he has 5 turns of Rainbow Shield. So with the Yasop special here, we can roll our specials forward. We can use Mihawk here to remove the damage reduction. And with that, like, this is game. We didn't even need to bring Boa. Shanks is going to go roar. See you later. We will be going now, Mr. Magellan. Thank you so much for stopping by. So, Shanks and Odin, Shanks, Roger, and Odin, the original team, when Shanks was just a wee kid, rocking Colliseum Magellan. Now, that Coliseum's actually still not, like, easy, but it's definitely not hard. Especially with that stupidly whale team. Alright, so we're moving into the Neptune Coliseum now, with the same team that we actually just beat the Magellan Coliseum with. Like I said in the Magellan, in the Magellan run, the fact that Shanks can utilize characters like Odin and Roger is just, it actually just makes him ridiculously good. Now, obviously, if you have your own Roger, you could obviously run Roger as your leader and then Shanks as a sub. But for the sake of this video, as you know, I do love my boy Shanks. And I like completing content with him. It's just fun. And at the end of the day, like, this game, guys, it's a game. Like, run the units you like to play with. Find ways to make your favorite characters get the content that you want to get done. Now, obviously, this isn't, like, these teams are not the most optimal teams to beat this content. There's always going to be a better team, unfortunately, for particular pieces of content. No single team is the most optimal team for every single piece of content in the game. And that's what makes the game so great. That's what makes it so diverse. But here we are, utilizing the Pirate King with the one, well, that should be Pirate King, in my opinion, Mr. Redhead Pirate Shanks Sama. And we are rocking Odin too, which is really, really cool. Really, really cool. Alright, so we're just going to make our way through these early stages here. The fact that Shanks does give a buff to every single color for 3.5 and then give that 5 times captain depending on what you hit the turn before as well is very, very strong. And that way we can just tear our way through the lackeys and move on to stage 3. Stage 3, we come up against Big Boss Jinbei and 3 of his lackey friends around the outside. He is going to bind our captains for 6 turns. So we can use the Yasop special here to remove that. And then I think we can just probably just attack and kill, right? So we're probably going to take 2 turns here on Jinbei because we have that chain coefficient reduction. But I don't think that's really too much to worry about. It's going to wipe buffs, which is, again, not the end of the world. Of course, we only get 2 matching orbs on our 2 units that aren't in. But as you can see, like, it still put out a lot of damage, which is really, really handy. I do want to keep that meat orb actually on Shanks, because if I use the super typing next turn, then I'm actually going to turn that into a matching orb. So on this next turn against Fisher Tiger, beautiful. Fisher Tiger is a Psy unit, which is lovely for us. I know Fisher Tiger has a revive mechanic, and he puts up defense up for 2 turns. So, what we're actually going to do here is we're actually going to use our Shanks super typing. Shanks is super typing, as well as actually using Shanks' special as well. That way we can give ourselves a chain buff. We have color affinity as well for 3 turns, which means we can carry that through to the revive. And with the 3 turns of defense down as well, well, setting the defense to 0 actually, we don't have to worry about the defense up that Fisher Tiger actually puts on himself. When Fisher Tiger does come back, though, he is going to do a crazy-looking 90% HP cut and whatnot. But this is where we can actually use the super typing of our Roger. Then we can use our Oh, I actually want to hang on to that Odin special. I think I'm just going to use my Mihawk special here. Because I do want to hang on to Roger's special for the final stage. As on the final stage, I do know there's a bunch of lackeys. Now, we do want to hit 3 perfects here. Actually, it's not going to matter because we're going to use Roger's special. So I didn't even need Mihawk special for that. Just the Roger super typing would be fine. On the final stage, of course, you rotate my orbs, you bastard. And you roll my specials back, you bastard. Well, that sucks. You didn't even need Roger super typing on the turn before. Should have just saved it and killed him. Oh, man. Well, let's just try and kill some guys around the outside, eh? Oh, I totally forget these units have barrier pen. Wow, we still have so much damage. Alright, well, now... Oh. Really? Okay, we're gonna use our Boa special here, so that way we can just get some matching orbs. We can use our Odin special to give us an orb boost, even though we aren't gonna... Ah, right. You don't let me do orb boost, but that's fine, because we have Roger. Sorry, mate. This Coliseum is actually, like... I'm not gonna say hard, but it's definitely not super easy. Shanks has barrier pen, which is excellent, and see you later. So, even though we got that super scuffed, and we definitely did not run that the most optimal way, as you can see, just by bringing friend Roger with Shanks just helps him clear so much content. The fact that you can use Odin as a sub too. Odin, in my opinion, is very overrated, but as a sub is very underrated. He's an amazing sub. So there you go. Coliseum Neptune. Very, very good units. All 3 of these Coliseum units are freaking amazing, so I would definitely farm them up. So for the final Coliseum of the video, we're going to take on Sangoro. Now, with all of these Coliseums that I have run in this video today, they are all very useful units, and I'll definitely farm them up if you can, or if you have the time, as they do see a lot of play, like in just regular gameplay, as very good free-to-play units. So we are just going to sort of farm our way through this particular piece of content till we can get to stage 3, and that way we can actually start to talk about it. With Halloween Shanks, though, again, I can't remember if I mentioned this in my other runs, as I did do them a couple of days ago on stream, but the big positive and negative to Shanks is his captain ability. So his captain ability is really, really good because you can hybrid him up with characters like Roger, as you can see in this particular video. We are using Roger as a friend captain. Now, the upside to Shanks is that he can actually use these guys as friends, as he's a 3.75 rainbow captain, as well as a 5 times to int. The downside to Shanks is he's special. Now, if you compare him to Halloween Law and Mihawk, their special for their respective team is very, very strong as a leader. As a leader, you want to have, like, you're an attack or an orb booster as your captain. That way you can just sort of maximize the use of your subs. With Shanks, unfortunately, his captain ability where he actually gives healing is very, very strong. But the downside to using Shanks is that his special is just color affinity. Now, it's 2 times color affinity to 2 very good classes. But, and this is a big but, color affinity isn't active all the time. Now, like, I would always argue an attack boost is better than an orb booster, as you can always guarantee yourself an attack. Orbs, you have to make sure that you actually have orbs. Now, with color affinity, it's even harder, as you need to be attacking against that color. So, Shanks is very, very good as a sub, but as a captain, he just falls short a little bit. But the fact that you can hybrid him up makes him very, very strong. So, on the 3rd stage, we come up against Neko. Against Neko, he has 5 turns of damage reduction, but he isn't immune to poison. So that's where Rage is very, very good here. She can also remove paralysis with her Sailor ability. And as we have a whole bunch of int units on this particular team, we can actually just fly through Neko's HP. It doesn't even matter that we don't have orbs. As you can see there, 3 million, easy claps. It makes Roger's special basically very, very strong. On the next stage, we come up against Luffy. Now, Luffy has a shitload of defense. Like, a shitload of defense. Now, this is where the super typing of Shanks is going to be very, very good, as we can actually use Shanks' super typing to not only turn all of our block orbs into matching, but he can also set the defense to 0, which is excellent. Then what we can actually do here is we can use our Roger special. He's going to give us a 3 times attack boost. Then we can use our Rayleigh special to remove the blinds. And then we can finish it off with our Mihawk special. Now, finishing off with Mihawk special is very, very good. And you know what? We're actually just going to use Shanks' special here too, because, like, we can't use color affinity on the final stage anyway, so, like, we may as well, right? The big reason that we're using Mihawk special here is because Sangoro actually has an interrupt on the final stage if you use an attack booster or a color affinity booster. So that's why we just used our Shanks special there, because we said, you know what, screw it, why not? But that way with Mihawk, we can actually carry our attack boost across to the final stage for our units. Now, as Sangoro is a Psi unit, it makes it very, very easy for us to do a lot of damage, as we do have the super typing of Shanks. As you can see, we get that carryover attack boost. So then we can use our Roger super typing here to rotate our empty orbs into matching. Then we can finish it off with our Odin special to get the attack boost. And with that, just with our int units, as you can see, even with that threshold that he actually puts up, we can just sort of clap our way through here. So as you can see, lots and lots of damage, easy 19 mil. See you later, Sangoro. So that was the final video, clip of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed Shanks taking on all the Chaos Coliseums, all the useful Chaos Coliseums anyway. And if you did enjoy this one, make sure to go down there and belt that like button. If you want to stay up to date with more OPTC content and you're new to my channel, hit that big red subscribe button as well. But guys, most importantly, enjoy the rest of your day. As always, I thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Lights!